Hi, second graders. Welcome to a brand new week of Number Corner. Since it is a Monday, we have a lot of updating to do today. With all of the updates, we are going to be working on a few objectives. We are going to be looking for patterns, writing time to the hour, and finding the mystery number in an equation. Here's our calendar grid for the month of September. As you can see, I have flipped over all 3 calendar markers for the weekend since we last worked on this on Friday, September 11th. Today is Monday, and it is the 14th day of September of the year 2020. Let's practice writing today's date. Let's remember that we can abbreviate the month to write it in a shorter way by just writing S-E-P-T with a period. And today is the 14th day. We need a comma, and we're going to write the year at the end, which is 2020. I can write it in an even shorter way by just using the numbers. I know that September is the 9th month of the year, followed by a dash with today's number, which is the 14th, followed by another dash and the year at the end, which is 2020. Let's go ahead and continue our observation chart. Even though we didn't have school on Saturday and Sunday, we are still going to observe those calendar markers to continue with our patterns. If we look at the marker for Saturday, September 12th, I can see that this marker is a story problem. Since we are leaving those for later this month, I'm actually just going to write down story problem for the marker type. Moving on to Sunday, September 13th, I can see that we have a number rack. So under the marker type, I am going to write in number rack. Now we have to come up with an equation for the beads on the left of the number rack. Since we are amazing mathematicians, we know that this group of red beads equals 10, since we have 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. So I'm going to write for my equation, 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now I have to write another equation for how many more beads I need to make 20. Well, I know that I have 10 beads on the left, and I'm figuring out the unknown number of beads to make a total of 20. If I look at my number rack, I can also see another group of 10 white beads on the right. So I can actually write 10 for my mystery number. So now I have 10 plus 10 equals 20. Now moving on to today's calendar marker for Monday, September 14th. I can see pennies in today's picture, so I'm going to write that under my marker type. If I look on the left, I know that I can use a doubles fact to help me figure out how many pennies there are, since I see 4 and 4. So I know that I have 8 on one side, and I have one more penny on the right side, so I have 8 plus 1 for my equation. What's 8 plus 1, everybody? Good. We have a total of 9 pennies in my equation. Now I have to make my second equation with how many more to 20. Well, to figure this out, I'm actually going to use my number rack. I'm going to slide over 9 beads to the left to see how many more I need to get to 20. Well, if I look over on my right side, I can see 10 white beads and 1 red bead to give me a total of 11. So for my equation, I am going to write 9 plus my mystery number equals 20. And I just found out that my mystery number is 11. So 9 plus 11 equals 20. I can also take a look at the patterns at my chart, and they still continue an A, B, C pattern all the way down. I still have number rack pennies, story problem. Number rack pennies, story problem. Number rack pennies, story problem, and it continues all the way down. My even odd pattern also continues on both of my equations. So I have even odd, all the way down. And same for my mystery number. I have even, odd, all the way down to make that pattern. Now it's time to take a look at our calendar collector, where we are collecting 60 minutes a day. We have talked about how 60 minutes also equals 1 entire hour. Today, we are going to record more time in our workbooks. On Friday, we got all the way up to 8 a.m. and we collected a total of 480 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of time. Since we are adding 60 more minutes, I know that that is 1 entire new hour added to 8 a.m. where we left off. So if I take a look at my clock, I know that 1 more hour on top of 8 is 9. So since my hour hand is usually the shorter hour, I'm going to draw that in on my clock. And I'm going to write my new hour, which is 9. On my minute clock, I'm going to draw my long minute hand because my minute hand is usually longer. And I'm going to draw it all the way up to 12, which is just 0 minutes or o'clock. So now I'm going to write that in on my chart. I am now at 9 a.m. And now after adding 60 minutes to the 480 minutes over here, we have now collected a total of 540 minutes. So now I'm going to take my lighter blue color and I'm going to shade that in because we are still in AM. I'm going to color in 1 more hour to represent my clock over here on this side. Now it is time to add this into your workbooks and follow along on page 1. You'll need a pencil and a blue coloring utensil. You can pause here to gather all of your materials. Since we are now up to 9 a.m., I'm going to use that light blue color to fill in that hour because it is still light outside during the a.m. I am also going to write down our new hour on the next available digital clock. The hour goes first on the left side and the minutes go on the right side. So I'm going to write 9 and the letters AM. I now have to think about what I am doing at this time, which is starting school, my most favorite part of the day. So I am starting school. What are you doing at 9 a.m. in the morning? Go ahead and take a minute to add this into your student workbook. Up next, we have to update our daily rectangle. On Friday, we left off on day number 11 of Number Corner for September. That means that we have to catch up for Saturday, Sunday, and today. I went ahead and added a blue tile for September 12th. Now I see 6 red tiles on the top and 6 blue tiles on the bottom. I can write an equation to show this by adding 6 plus 6 to get a grand total of 12. And I know that 12 is an even number because if I look at my tiles, they all have a buddy or a partner. Moving on to Sunday, September 13th, I have added a red tile. To make an equation for these tiles, I can now add 7 red tiles up here plus the 6 blue tiles at the bottom to give me a total of 13. Now I see that this one red tile is left without a buddy or partner, which tells me that the number 13 is odd. Let's try today's together. So I have now added a blue tile to make the total 14 for September 14th. I have gone ahead and added that tile, and now we have to come up with an equation. What is an equation I can write to represent these tiles? Well, I see 7 red tiles at the bottom, 7 blue tiles at the bottom, so I can do 7 plus 7 to give me 14. Now I have to decide whether 14 is odd or even. What do you think? Is the number 14 odd or even? I think that it is even because all of the tiles have a buddy or a pair. Great job. Our last update is the number line that we learned about last week. As a reminder, we are counting the hours spent on school each day. This includes waking up, getting ready, virtual school, and all of your schoolwork in the day. So far, we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jumps of 10 on our number line. Today, we are going to make one more. So if I make one more jump of 10, which number will I land on? That number would be 100. So after making 10 jumps of 10 on our number line, we have now landed on number 100. That means that we have counted 100 hours of school this month. Great work. Well, friends, thank you for all of your help today with updating our number corner. You are all such great mathematicians. Now that we are all finished with our number corner video, go ahead and join your teacher on Zoom by logging in through your Clever app. See you all tomorrow.